live that whole time. That would have been terrible. All right. I think we are in and live.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. So, Steph here from Belladonna Dyes, and today we have Scott and Kelly from Rad Dyes joining in.
Hello.
Just a real quick question, because I asked this last time, but I just want to make sure. For the last 15 minutes, I've been running around my house. Did all of you hear and see that? Oh, I gotta turn this down. We're gonna get that back, whatever it's called. Okay. So if you guys remember the last time we went live, we tied up geodes on black because we're planning on getting into doing some reverse dyes. But these are the hearts that we made, and these are the results from that. And boy, oh boy, Scott, your glowing heart turned out absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Yours did too. I love the green and blue outline with the
Oh,
white.
thank you.
Gorgeous.
Thank
You and
you.
I did the same thing. You pleated yours, right?
Yeah, I pleated mine. You pleated yours.
I pleated mine. Kelly drew yours up. Kelly scrunched hers.
Yes, Kelly
So
did
she
the
did the little
alternate
zipper.
method, the
Yep.
scrunch. So here's the front of my shirt, and this you got to keep in mind, you guys. Remember that this was requested from a little girl around the age of 10. I don't know her exact age, but she wanted a green and purple heart shirt, and I feel like I have achieved what she has asked for.
Beautiful.
Oh, and then look at Kelly's. Look at how beautiful that scrunch is. I mean, the heart, like the whole shirt, the heart is great, but the difference between our shirts and then Kelly's shirt is she did that scrunch pattern and we did the pleats, and I'm in love. I'm actually obsessed with Kelly's scrunch on this shirt. I'm going to make a scrunch exactly like it without the heart.
And I still got a little bit of the flare outside of the heart. It might be hard to see on camera, but
No, I do. I can see it, and I think it's stunning. Your heart is beautiful. You've got the nice white sinew lines, like a nice thick white line, which really makes the heart stand out. And then I can see the pleats coming off of it, like a radiating heart. Um, and the colors you chose are fantastic. But look at that, you guys. Like that whole like psychedelic Rorschach scrunch that Kelly has going on in the back of it. I'm obsessed with it. Like I love it so much.
thank you. And here's Nicole.
And Scott, yours is okay.
It's
I mean,
all right.
it's all right. No, and Scott and I both achieved that like really cool sort of pleated look, which if you guys remember when we were talking about it, that up around the shoulder area, we end up with some rounded fabric. It's just the way it happens. And so you can see the pleats, and then kind of that rounded pattern. And you can see it on both of our shirts. And I think, Scott, your pleats look amazing. So do mine. And then the green from the heart ended up wrapping around and getting into mine. And let me look closely at yours. Yeah. You have some really soft pink tones in the back of yours, Scott. I wonder where that came from.
I don't know. See, because I used I didn't write it down, but I remember I used lemon yellow, I believe soft orange, and scarlet in the heart. And then I think the other was dusty purple and Wedgwood blue.
So
I think that's what it was.
yeah, I mean that sounds familiar. But like over the shoulders, like on the back, like on the shoulder blades in the back, there's like
Yeah.
it looks like a soft sort of lavender color, and it's really pretty. And I'm wondering if it is mixing with the glowing heart part. and creating some of that, because I think it's a really pretty color that was
Yeah, it could
created.
be.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I'm super pleased. I think all of our blah, 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 all of our hearts turned out really well. Um, you know, I don't know why green hearts are super cool kind of a thing. Like I think I try to go with, heart type colors, but you know what? If a little girl asks you for a green heart, this is what you're going to give them. And I'm also really happy with, I don't remember what colors I chose, but I have that glowing effect. It's nice dark green heart with a bright center, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
it's
and,
gorgeous. I
I
love
love
it.
it. Yeah, me too. It's
it's just a fun tie-dye shirt, you know.
Yeah.
And I really do like, I love Kelly's front of her shirt, but I'm obsessed with the back of Kelly's shirt. It's that psychedelic scrunch, and I'm serious. I want to make a shirt just like that, no heart, front and back, with those colors. I think, what did you use? You used black cherry, and then
ultraviolet.
yeah, it
That
turned
was
out
it.
gorgeous. I
Yeah.
love it.
I got a little bit, I mean, the tiniest bit of some browns, which, can happen, but it's really just tiny.
See, I when I look at it, I don't really see brown. You
Yeah,
know,
it's an odd color.
well, I like it.
Like, well, I mean, I'm talking like the brownish. Like, there's even some yellows and,
Yeah,
a little bit
gold.
of browns that it threw out, but in a good way. Sometimes that doesn't work, but in this case, it worked.
Well,
So,
I would say 100% hands down, it definitely worked. And then off camera, okay, oh, now it's come up because remember, I've got that 20-second delay. Yeah, so see, to me though, I don't call it brown. What I see are golden tones. You know, I mean, maybe up close, maybe, if the shirt was in my hands, I might see it differently. But I don't know. Nothing to me says like, oh my God, no, I made brown. I just see it as a fantastic shirt. And I'm really trying to get people away from being afraid of making brown, because it's beautiful. And at the very bottom, it's almost like a butterfly at the very bottom of the back, Kelly. And
yeah,
if you look,
I got
if you go down from your heart, Kelly, at the very bottom, I see a heart on the front, and then on the back, it kind of looks like a butterfly.
yeah, there's like a butterfly and there's like a face right here in the middle. And yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on in this one.
No, I love it. I love both of them very much. So we'll definitely do these again. Yeah, see, like right down. Well, you know what? It kind of also looks like boobies. I kind of. It looks like a butterfly, and then just right there for a second, I saw boobies.
I know. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that's okay. All right. So today, you guys, what we are planning on trying to work on is a glitch, which I have never made. And to my knowledge, Scott or Kelly, I have never made either.
I actually made, I have a problem with ice barriers, it seems like, because I
Oh,
did one in an ice barrier with an ice barrier and it fell over.
it did.
And
It,
that happened to me with the centerfold, and then I did one live with you and it came out fine. So maybe it'll come out better. But I have,
so
I'll throw down what I did. And
so
Yeah,
you have done a glitch, is what you're saying? You have done one.
I have done one, yeah.
Oh, do you have it available to
Yeah, and this is it, and I used blacks and grays, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, for people that don't know what we're talking about, this glitch is new to me pattern. It just showed up on the scene a couple of months ago maybe, and I saw a lot of people posting, and I was like, what is this glitch? And so now a lot of people are making them. Yeah, okay. So that's what we're going to try to work on
Yeah,
today.
it's just really abstract. Like I said, my ice barrier fell over, so it it could have been even cooler, but it's
Uh,
still cool for
Hey,
just an abstract tie dye.
no, I think it looks super cool. I mean, really, I see no issue in it at all. Like that to me looks like a glitch.
Yeah,
I don't know. So that is what we're going for. Like you said, like an abstract. So I'm going to have to follow your lead on this one because I have not done it. Now, I have been on Facebook, you guys, and have seen many pictures, and I've seen pictorials. People have, shared within our group and other groups the steps of how they do it. So basically, we're going to fold up. Um, well, I don't know if it matters if we start and go horizontal or vertical or what, but I think we start vertical. Was that
yeah.
what we do?
I start my folds going up the shirt.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna start vertically and go up the top, and then we're gonna go um horizontally and then go diagonally.
Right
That's
now,
my
my shirt.
understanding of it.
Yeah, and my shirt is damp. It was soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes. It was more like a half hour. Um,
Exactly. Me too. So I have a 100% cotton Gildan prepared for dyeing shirt. So it's a PDF. So I did a pre-wash in hot water cycle, and then I wash mini shirts at a time. So I dry them and then fold them up and put them away in a bin for when it's time. So then I soaked mine in soda ash for a couple of days just because I just do. But you need to soak it for at least 20 minutes. And then I spun it out in my Panda spin dryer, and it's barely damp. And I've left mine just a little bit. I okay. So my Panda runs for 9 minutes. I stopped it at about 5 just to leave a little extra moisture. I'm hoping that's going to help me hold my pleats. And um, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to smooth out my wrinkles. And then Scott, you did the same thing, right? You
I
pre-washed and
Yeah, I pre-washed and then dried with no fabric softener. Um, then I put my blanks up on my rack, and then when I need a shirt, I throw it in soda ash. Um, and then I don't have a Panda spin dryer, but I spin it out in my washing machine. I have like a little pre-rinse first, and it drops a little bit of water out. I can just take a used towel and dry that little bit of water out, and then it spins for 15 minutes. So it's not dry, but it's damp.
yeah, it's barely damp. And
Yeah.
that's one thing I want to tell you guys what's really important is if you are using your washing machine to do your spin out cycle, you need to make sure that you're turning your water off to the machine. If you have a machine like mine, so during the rinse, it spits out little bits of water. You don't want to dilute the soda ash in your shirt. So I have to turn off my water and then I do the spin out, and then all my soda ash just goes away. So I got myself a Panda spin dryer, which it's such a if you're like a big time tie dyer or getting into it seriously, like making stuff all the time, the Panda spin dryer will pay for itself in all of the soda ash that you're going to save because I can just it takes it and I can just pour it right back into the soda ash bucket. But the big thing that I want you to understand is make sure you can hand wring it, but if you're going to use your washing machine, like Scott says, he takes a towel and gets all that water out. You
Hmm.
don't want to put rinse water on your soaked shirt. Okay. So,
Yeah, because it'll just be a resistant. I've heard just straight waters are resistant. Is that true? I mean, have you heard that?
okay, no, I mean, I haven't heard that, but the whole theory behind the soda ash scientifically is it raises up the pH of the cotton fibers to 10.5 to 11. And then if you take water and dilute it, you run the risk of the spots where the water hit it, the dye not wanting to bond the same. So that's what soda ash is for. It doesn't react with the procion dye. It raises the pH up in the shirt so the procion dye can bond with the fibers. Okay. Now, I've got all my wrinkles smoothed out best I can. And what I saw is people take a ruler, yardstick, and we're going to go 1 inch all the way up the shirt. I think.
Yep, that's about right.
So what I saw, so there is a YouTube video out there. I didn't write it down. If you type in glitch, you're going to find it. And I believe her name was Sonia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it up. My shirt's not completely straight on the bottom. And then it's, okay, that's not going to work.
Scott's gone up like an inch. Yeah, what did you say what you're doing?
I went up like 2 or 3 inches. That way I'll leave about a half an inch to an inch at the bottom.
Okay, so you started up a bit. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it again. So what you do is go up about 2 inches, okay? And then lift your ruler up and your shirt's going to lift up with it, okay?
Okay, like kind of roll it.
Grab the bottom of your ruler and lift it up and lift it straight up and down.
And roll.
Yeah. So now what you can do if you want to do exactly what you do, and if you want a tight crease, you can always use your finger and go kind of rub it at the bottom of that ruler there, and that'll give you a nice tight crease. Then you can just move your ruler up an inch or so.
I have a bunch of dye and stuff off to the side here. My yardstick is jamming into stuff. Okay, so what I'm understanding about it is it's kind of like a shibori fold, you guys. We're not doing a pleat. We're layering each pleat over top of each other, and they're like staggering.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
kind of like roofing. Kind of like roofing is too, you know.
Like what?
Kind of like roofing is. A roof.
A rook?
A roof. Your ceiling, your roof.
Oh.
Your house, or your roof. However you want to say it.
Yeah, like, right, exactly.
Some say roof, some say
roof. Roof.
Yeah.
We're from different parts of the United
Roof
States.
and roof.
We say things differently.
That's right. I'm hillbilly.
On this side of the country, it's a roof.
Yeah, we say roof, like ROOF, our roof. But you were like on your roof.
That's how we say it too.
Okay, so then I got one down, and I'm gonna slide my yardstick back underneath it. Gonna go up a little bit, and I'm gonna like hold on to the sides of my shirt, and I'm gonna roll it on my yardstick.
And roll it towards you. Yeah, pick it up. I'm gonna
pull it down. So I would say, let me get my my other little ruler here. So I'm layering my shirt. I would say that, okay, it's about, well, they're not the same at all. Almost an inch for the first one, and then my second one is about 3/4 inch. So they should probably all be an inch, huh?
I'm just guessing, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm getting lucky, I think. But and you don't have to pull your ruler completely out. Just move it up.
Oh, okay.
You know? Okay.
So now I'm pinching it again, and I'm just rolling it. And I guess what I'm doing is I'm laying it split on the pleat in front that I just did, like halfway. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. No, you don't have to take it out. Duh. Okay. All right. Then I moved it up. I'm giving it a pinch, and I'm rolling my yardstick up, and I'm bringing it, and I'm just kind of laying it halfway down on the pleat before it. Okay, so far so good here. Okay. I'm going to do it again. I've reached the armpits.
Me too.
I roll it, and I'm lifting it, and I'm just laying it like halfway. Okay.
So what made you decide to pick this fold, Steph? It's kind of a toughie.
Well, just because I've never tried one before.
Yeah.
And I thought that having somebody like, you guys to talk with it, over it, through it at the same time.
Yeah.
If I run into trouble, we can brainstorm together about what we should do.
That's right.
Oh, okay. I'm almost to the top now. So, Kelly, I'm too much in concentration. Who do we have here today?
We got Amanda Neville. We got Joy McCalvin, way down yonder hobby farm.
Hi, Teresa.
Scott Walker.
Scott Walker. Lady J Tiedye. Who else?
Oh, the other Scott Walker. I'm like,
Yeah.
Theo 8863. Mel Star. It looks like the same old crew.
Yay!
Scott, are you doing a glitch with us? Anybody doing a glitch with us?
Okay, now that I've got to the very top, it's a lot smaller. So what do I do? I guess I just try to make it fit. Like my very, very, very top pleat is like tiny compared.
Yeah, I just roll with it. I kind of just, when it comes to my pleating, I just go however it goes, and if it wants to roll up or if it wants to roll down, I just let it do its thing.
Okay.
And that pretty much goes with all my pleating. I just kind of let it do its thing and roll with the punches, I guess.
I was just before we decided for sure we were going live, I was talking to Teresa. So hi Teresa, yes. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do mine in a rainbow ultimately. Scott, have you decided what colors you think you want to do?
Yes, I've already decided.
Okay.
I'm using Spicy Plum, Loden, and Raven.
Loden. I haven't used Loden yet. So
Only because we saw somebody on YouTube use those, or on Facebook use those colors in a glitch, and it looked so cool. And the same as what you said, I didn't write their name down or anything like that. I wish I would have. I'd give them props, but you know. But it looked really cool, so I'm gonna give it a try.
well, I have it. I just haven't used it yet. Okay, so now what I did is I twisted my shirt. I don't have the ability to walk around the table like you do. But so basically, now we're going to do what we just did and go the opposite direction.
Right.
So mine looks different from Scott's because he can walk around his table. Okay, so I'm going to get my first pleat here, and this is where things are going to start to get interesting here.
Yes.
Oh wait, I did it the wrong way. I was doing, so we want to go. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go up a little bit and try it this way. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I need to go a little bit further back. I want to get a little bit of that pleat, but I'm just doing the same thing where I'm taking my shirt and my yardstick, and I'm rolling it, and I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's hanging off my table, so it's kind of giving me resistance.
If you have a small roller, so you can use that too, because your shirt it's not even, mine's 10 inches wide, so you might be able to use a small roller instead of the yardstick.
All I've got is the yardstick, so.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but I think once I get over the sleeve and get into the shirt, it'll be easier. Yikes. I got it.
I've seen some people using clips. So just
Oh, like the clip as they go. Yeah. I gotta just see if I can get up underneath. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, this sleeve might not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. All right. Now I'm on the body of the shirt, and I'm gonna do the same. So I'm gonna grab up my yardstick, which seems to be helping, and just kind of roll the whole thing over and try to. So let's say if it's 1 inch, I'm gonna try to roll it and meet it right in the middle, split that 1 inch into 1/2 inch, and then move the ruler up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yikes. Okay, and then go up, do the same thing.
Yeah.
Come on, don't fall apart on me, please. And I'm going to pick it all up and roll that yardstick up underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy B. Okay.
Pick the top of the ruler up, and then just for people, if somebody's working with us and they're like, "What in the world are they doing?" You lay your ruler down and then pick the top of it up and roll it towards you. So then it
Yeah.
picks up your shirt, the back of your shirt, and moves it towards you.
Yes,
So we're
exactly.
just
It's
pleating
rolling
towards
it. Exactly. It's bringing it towards me with each roll. It reminds me a lot of shibori folding, but not. Okay, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to raise up my ruler, and I'm going to lay those pleats down halfway on top of each other. Kind of reminds me of like fancy bread making or something. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing. And I think once you do it, maybe like once, and then you see how the results, obviously, you're going to find a rhythm. But it's like now that I'm kind of getting going, I got a little bit of a rhythm here.
Yeah.
I wish I had better pleats on that very top, but okay, it doesn't matter. It's my first try, so it's not going to be, pro level results. Okay, and then I'm almost to the end here. Okay. It's kind of like the sleeve area starts to give me some business here. Like I wonder if tucking the sleeves in right from the get-go would have made it easier.
I don't know.
Like flop so it's just a perfect square instead of having sleeves. Okay, now this I foresee being a little bit challenging here. Okay. Woo, I'm sweating. Well, I mean, I had my space heater and then I'm, stress. Okay, now the idea is to take all of that we just did and now do the diagonal. Like,
yeah, now it just looks like a little tiny baby shirt, doesn't it?
How in the
Did you get it?
Yeah. So now I'm on to the to go diagonal with it. Like there's so much going in. Oh, you know what? I understand now what you're saying. Like your roof. I got it.
Yeah.
You know what it looks like? People that have like those, like in
tile roofs and stuff.
Yeah, yes, like the terracotta, like the clay roofs. I see it now. I see it. Okay. Now, same thing.
Just pleat a corner to a corner.
But the same thing. It's got to be rolled up, right?
Same thing. From what I saw, they just did the same thing and rolled the shirt up to. I know it's easier said than done because it's pretty thick now. But
yeah, and I got this edge over here wanting to come undone, and okay, all right. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, come on, just do it for me, please. Oi. All right. Nope, that didn't work. it's not. Oh, I just want to stop right there. Like, I don't want to do this part of it. I don't want to do it. Okay, let me see here. Okay.
Yeah. Easier said
Was there
than done.
anybody that was actually trying to tie this up with us or has already done one before and has any advice on what the heck I should be doing? I feel like I'm going to lose it. It doesn't want to do it. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do.
I mean, it's like so incredibly thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work at all. I wonder maybe if I should try to go from the top instead. Because I'm basically just destroying all of the first pleats. Like they're coming undone as fast as I'm trying to get it done. Okay, we're going this way. So let me see if I can start with the other side. I don't even know how clips would work. Like, okay.
So Amanda Neville just said she's seen people use a plain wet shirt, not soaked, and use an iron when they fold, and then soak it in soda ash once it's tied. So that's not a terrible idea.
No,
That's a lot of work.
No, I could actually see that though. You know, a dry shirt. That's I get it. I'm switching. I was going from my left to my left corner to my right corner. I have now tried. I'm going to try to go from the bottom left to the upper and see if I'm pleating in the different direction. I'm just like trying to get these to roll over and everything stay connected. Seems almost completely impossible at this point. My first pleats are like no longer laying on top of each other. Like the whole thing is like come undone.
I got mine somehow.
Well, of course, you're the master. Yeah, I think going that way is just making it worse. Can I just stop right here? Do I have to go the Did you use? I couldn't
No,
walk.
I didn't use the roller. Don't use the roller. Just pleat it like you want to pleat.
Just like a regular shirt.
Just like you want to do your diamond or your diagonal fold.
So I'm not trying to lay the pleats on top of the pleats halfway.
No, just do normal pleating.
Okay, well that's not what I'm trying to like do the half layover thing. Oh my
Just do normal pleating, and then what I saw, you lay your die out in diagonal pattern, or crisscross. I saw it in crisscross pattern too. Does that seem easier for you?
Nope.
No.
No. I'm everything's coming undone. My sleeves are coming undone. Everything is, but that's okay. It's tie-dye. Don't know until you try. I just don't.
Try dye.
I mean, it's like how I'm seriously like how can I pleat this? I don't even know.
No, I was able to do it.
Well, of course.
I
mean, do you want me to smack him in the face? Because I totally will.
No, but I mean, of course you're able to do it. I mean, you've done it before. Okay, I've lost my sleeve pleats, so.
I saw the original guy used sinew.
Yeah.
Benjamin Bianski. I think I will.
Okay, all right. I've regained my my sleeve. Jesus Louises, this is. I mean, I'll tell you what, you guys, if this doesn't turn out looking cool, I probably will never revisit it again. Because if I don't enjoy what I'm doing, I don't want to do it. Like this is actually not fun because it's like so hard.
That's why I haven't done one. I've had this discussion with Rebecca and I were talking. I said, I've been wanting to try one, but I know I'll get mad and just give up on it. So,
Yeah. That's
you can
exactly
get
how
it.
I'm
You'll
feeling
get it.
right now.
You'll get it.
but I'm not a pleader. You know, I my jam is more kind of freestyle. So,
Yeah, this is absurd. It doesn't look anything like yours. Like I mean, I literally cannot get any pleats coming the other way. Well, okay. Let's see. Let's start over here. Okay. I'll just go ahead and do this whole thing over again.
Leanne says, what if you just kind of fan fold it?
That's. Oh, shit.
I'm wondering if I'm just gonna fold my sleeves in. I don't care. I'm folding. So now I've just got like a rectangle, and now I'm gonna do the same thing where I'm bringing the pleats over and I'm trying to stack them. Okay, and I'm gonna bring it up, but I'm gonna stack them. Okay, and bring the yardstick out, pick it up, roll it, stack them. It's like a halfway stack. I mean, I think the whole point of this is to have this sort of like wave look. It's like making a ripple. If you guys are familiar with making ripples, you know, you want it to be. It's not like a regular pleat. I guess I don't know, for lack of trying. I don't know. Okay, so I've tucked my sleeves in. Now I've just got one square.
All right, so I got a question. It says, Scott, what are you doing? Question mark.
I'm canoeing it. What are you doing, Scott? I'm doing a glitch with the original glitch I saw was I know his name was Benjamin Bianski, and I think, but he's doing it on a tapestry, and so mine's a little bit thicker, but he used sinew. So I'm gonna try to do the same because the other one I did, I'd like to get a little bit of white in it. So what I think I'll do, I'll just go ahead
God
and
damn it. Yeah.
wrap it again and actually try to get some white in there if I don't punch myself. Because by the looks of it, you want a little bit of white in your shirt. That's what is kind of giving you your abstract look also, is the white. You have the sun coming in on you, huh?
I do, and it's making it super hot. It's like boiling down my back. But I'm not complaining because the sun is terrific.
Yeah, it's dark and cold, raining right here. So
is it raining?
Yeah.
I'll try to
okay. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I don't know that I'm able to make that. You know, like the goal is to go. Where's a pen? So you know, we did vertical, horizontal. Now the whole idea is to try to take this monstrosity and go that direction with it. And for the life of me, like I could just do regular pleating, but then it doesn't have that overlap. And I thought the whole point was to have that like staggered, you know, like half pleats or whatever.
Yeah. That's it. You're getting it.
Thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. I do. I mean, I do appreciate it. It's just too thick. Like, how many diagonal pleats did you get? Like, I mean, I can maybe get 2.
I got all the way across.
5.
I got like 5 or 6.
Good God.
I am using a large shirt.
Well, here we go. I'm going to try it again. No, that's not going to work.
Okay. Any questions at all? Any questions? Anybody have any questions?
Scott Walker said he did one glitch and was done.
You know what, Scott? I'm literally feeling the same way right now. Like, I don't even, it does, it just looks like a blob. There's no definition. Like, that doesn't even make sense. There's pleats that, no. Well, I'm just going to band it up. I don't even care. And where are my rubber bands? I mean, look at that. Doesn't even look. Well, I can't. It's not right, and I can't make it right. I'm a perfectionist, you guys, and I want it to be right, and it's not, and that's driving me nuts. Okay. Well, I don't care anymore. If I could find my rubber bands, that would be amazing. Good Lord. Oh, no, that's my soda ash. Okay, here's some rubber bands. Like, that looks, I mean, that's terrible. It's not even pleated. It's just now a scrunch. Okay.
So are we the only two folding this shirt?
Somebody said they were trying it. I don't remember who it was.
Well, is it working for you? Like, please. Somebody say it's so hard that they can't handle it, just like me.
You're not the only one.
Okay. I mean, I could see where if I did this again, alone and quiet, maybe, but so far it's not fun because I'm struggling, but it's a learning curve, and it just looks like a blob of fabric. Okay, so I'm using rubber bands to secure mine, and I've reached into just my rubber band coat, my little piece of Costco.
So Teresa is tying with you guys, and she's not having an easy time either. So
thank you, Teresa. I'm so happy. Yeah.
I think this is gonna be my new thing.
Oh my! I hate
you like it
much right now.
I actually really enjoyed it, man.
Oh, I can't stand you. Yeah, kick
you guys are crazy.
Kick him twice. All right. I mean, in theory, like the theory of it, like the idea, the pattern, it makes total sense. That is not too much. It's just executing it is like, whoa. Because people in the pictures make it look so easy. Yeah, like look, it's just a blob of fabric. Mine's gonna end up looking like a scrunch.
Okay, so my first two were ridiculously huge, and this one just seemed to come together for me. But my first two were just like that. I thought, how in the world are they doing this? So when you said let's do a glitch, I thought, oh gosh. Okay, let's do it, and I really like it. It is thick enough for me. I know I'm going to have some white left, which that's what you want in these glitches. So
white is the goal.
white is good because that kind of gives you your even more of your abstract look. It kind of makes it glow too. In some of the ones that I've seen.
Okay. Well, I think mine is so dang thick. I think I'm probably going to have quite a bit of white. It's like super thick. Have you used these PFD shirts, Scott?
No, I have not. No.
Yeah, they're great. You know, the string, the thread matches. You know, so like when you dye, it's all the same color. You know.
Oh, the thread's cotton too, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And also the length and everything seems to be a little bit longer. They're more expensive. I wanted to check them out and try them, so I bought a bunch of them. Lots of mediums so that I could do the single color ice dye like swatches. I do all of those in medium size shirts because I keep them, you know, so I didn't want to buy like extra larges and have a bunch of extra large shirts for swatches. They're nice. I mean, they're nice heavy cotton shirts. But sometimes they just feel real stiff. So okay,
I'm using Gildan Ultras, and I really like the way they're made. I was using heavy cottons, and they just don't seem. I don't know if it's the people that I get them from. I don't want to say their names, but um, I don't know if it's the people that I get them from, if they are getting seconds on Gildan heavy cottons. But every time I spin one out, it is never square. It is the bottom is always oblong, and I have to stretch it out. And yeah, I can't be doing that, you know. So I went up to Ultras and started doing Ultras, Gildan Ultras, and I mean, even just 25 cents more a shirt, you can see the quality is way different.
I'm not sure which is more expensive, if it's a heavy cotton or the ultra cotton.
The Ultra is 25 cents more for.
Okay.
I get heavy cottons for $2.75, but I get.
Let me see if I can tell you if I can find the tag here. On this one, the tag says it is. This is the prepared for dyeing, and it is. This is an ultra cotton. So it's prepared for dyeing ultra cotton from jiffyshirts.com. And I know that's what a lot of, people that do a lot of liquid dyeing use these. Why did I? Oh, because they the thread is cotton instead of the polyester. Now I just saw a post and I made a comment, and I don't remember who did. Brent, I think, was the one who said it. He got a prepared for dyeing shirt. He did not pre-wash it or anything. He's going to test it out and see if it really is prepared for dyeing. And I replied to that was my understanding that prepared for dyeing just really means it's cotton thread instead of polyester, and that you really should still pre-wash. I know, like Stephen J, I'm just going to use him as an example. Stephen J boils his prepared for dyeing shirts like maybe even a couple of times. So just because it says it's prepared for dyeing, I think it still should be pre-washed to get any dirts and oils. You know, think about it, when people are sewing them, you know, their hands are oily and greasy, and so anywho, I just think prepared for dyeing doesn't mean like they've pre-washed and pre-shrunk and pre-everything. It just really means cotton string instead of polyester. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to rack dye mine. Are you gonna muck dye yours, rack dye yours?
I'm gonna rack dye mine.
Okay. I think I'm going to also. Part of me wants to just muck it though too, because I'm so scared about how thick it is. And I'm gonna have to go get some foil. My shirt is let's see. This medium shirt is about 1.5 inches thick. So I'm going to have to create some foil for mine. So I'm going to step away and go grab some foil really quick. Leanne, thank you. Thank you, Leanne. Leanne has donated to the channel a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay, I'm going to go grab some foil. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And as you can see, Scott is crafting a high-tech ice barrier using a cut-up cardboard box and some tape. So,
McDiver.
you know, whatever works.
McDivering it up. So way down yonder, she's mucking it. Theo says I washed soaking soda ash, bag shirts, kept cold till dye, vibrant colors always. Heck yeah.
So I think that's what the shirts they're talking about.
And then Parker Cat, could you roll diagonally instead of folding? I'm sure you could, but your head's going to be even more thicker, I would think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, totally. You could totally do that, but you might want to dye ice both sides, or go do it in the muck. But that still might not really. It really has been getting people glitches. Says Justin Biffer. So Biffer's been getting some good glitches. I'm sure. I mean, he could get good spirals. I'm sure.
Okay, so I'm back and I'm folding up some foil. I like to get the heavy aluminum. So I get mine at Costco because I have a Costco that I'm able to get it from. It's like the food grade type foil, and it's really sturdy. And so if you don't have the opportunity to go to Costco for your foil, try if you can to get the heavyweight foil. And you know what? If you can't do that, go ahead and just get the stuff from the dollar store, because all you need is just something to hold back your ice. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I think I'm looking at Scott. It looks like he's using some cardboard.
Yep.
So just anything. People use those the cutting boards from the dollar store. You can cut those up. Anything can become an ice barrier. But I need to get something to put it on. I use these foil pans from the dollar store to catch all that muck water. And you really, really need to make sure that you place it down inside of some type of a tote or bin, a bucket, a bowl, something, because these will leak after a couple of uses. And you will come back and have muck water everywhere, and you don't want that to happen. And actually, I'm going to use a bigger one because this one is not quite large enough. Okay. So this is one of the turkey size ones, and I've used it a bunch, and it, without a doubt, it's going to leak. Okay, now I'm going to use my clothespins that I picked up from Fred Meyer. You can get them anywhere. And I'm going to use them to attach the foil to the rack. So when I put my ice down, it doesn't collapse. And Scott, what is your setup there? Like what?
I have two little black racks taped together and put over top of a plastic bin. And then I cut out a cardboard box, a little ice barrier it is 5 inches tall. And I'm using clothespins also, just to keep it in order. keep it all there together. Like I said, the last time I did this, my ice barrier fell over, and I don't want it to happen. So
No.
I want to try to be really careful this time.
Yeah, the clothespins attached to the rack really keep things where you want them to be. They're very helpful, and I learned that from watching Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. You guys know Angie. She has lots of great tips and tricks, and so it works. Now, gosh, we probably could have put our dye on this before but okay. All right. Now, okay, so tell me again how we're supposed to add our dye.
The way I saw it and I liked it, the people did it diagonal.
Okay.
From left to right.
All right.
So I think I'll do the same way. I also saw someone do like kind of like checkerboard.
But theirs was folded different. It was folded into like a square. They might not have done the third fold.
Yeah, they might not.
Oh, like little squares of dye.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going there for this one.
Me neither. I'm gonna do the diagonal.
I think that's an awesome idea, but for this one, it's my first time. I want to just see if I can even get anything to happen. And
right.
And so for me, I'm going to be doing my rainbow colors. So the red, orange, yellow, the Roy G. Biv, and I'm going to be trying the Grateful Dye's Cheap Violet that Teresa from way down yonder hobby farm. She sent me to sample it out. So I'm going to try that. So I'm going to be using scarlet, orange, sorbet, bright yellow, electric green, electric blue, and then the cheap violet from Grateful Dyes. And I'm going to just stripe it out. I'm going to start with red and work my way down. And so you said at a diagonal. So just to kind of help me out here, I'm gonna draw on some lines to stay on task. So let's see. My shirt looks like it's about, let's roughly 15 inches. So if I got 6 colors, I want to make it about roughly like every couple inches. So let's see. We'll just go like that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well that didn't really work out, but it's just a rough idea. And are you going to do like a strong diagonal or just a kind of diagonal?
I'm doing a pretty strong diagonal. Like
then I need to do.
Like if you were looking at a clock, it's like 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
Okay.
10 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
I need to make mine steeper than I kind of just only striped it. So I'm going to draw it more drastic. I'm going to go like. Whoo.
And don't forget your PPE, man. Live another day to die another day.
Yes. Put on your mask. Put your mask on. See, so red, orange, yellow, green.
Live another day to die another day.
To DYE though, not, yeah. to die. Okay. So and then just so I really stay on track, I'm just gonna kind of help myself out a little bit and say like that's red, so this is gonna be orange. That's gonna be yellow. This will be green. I mean, it's not rocket science, but once I get going, I want to make sure I'm trying to put the colors on, and then start with red, and then I wonder if I should start with purple up towards the collar and put red down at the bottom, because red is not my favorite color. Purple up by the face might look better.
I have a really like pinkish red complexion. So if I wear anything red that's like too close to my face, it looks like I'm having a stroke.
Yeah, we don't want that look. So I think I'm gonna reverse it. I'm gonna start with purple and work my way down to red. And are you going to be doing any incline? Or are you going to be just doing a flat rack dye?
We're just going to do a flat rack dye.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm all muffled. I have my mask on.
So Scott has a really great proper mask, which I don't have. So I'm just going to use my paper mask. It's better than nothing, but wear your mask, and I should get a better one, and maybe someday I will. But for now, I'm just going to wear the paper mask. Okay. And I'm going to get my spoons from Jen.
There you go.
Which I love my spoons from Jen. So for those of you that have been watching along, she sent me the spoons, and some say Belladonna dyes on them, and she said that they're dishwasher okay, and I'm here to tell you they went through the dishwasher and they're perfectly fine. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, so this is going to be an ice dye method. No, that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm doing the dye under ice method, and it looks like Scott's also doing dye under ice. So we're putting the dye directly onto the project.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I haven't even given consideration to if we're gonna flip it or not, or I don't know what. So
I don't think I will. I think I'm just
oh
gonna
no.
I'm gonna add a lot of ice because I want some white in it. So.
Let's see. I forgot to put my gloves on, you guys. I mean, it just goes to show. Ooh, but look at cheap violet. That is a really pretty color. Oh no, I'm covered in it. Okay, well, put your gloves on before you get making a mess of yourself. I didn't do that. So, heck. Man, it's just getting everywhere. Yeah, cheap violet. It's amazing. It goes everywhere. Okay, since cheap violet is inside of a bag, I'm gonna actually just use a spoon on that one. I'm gonna put my gloves on, and so while I'm putting my gloves on, I'm gonna look over and see some comments here. So let's see. Does anybody mix old dry dye with new one when you reorder colors? Yeah, I will. Like if I have down to the bottom of my jar from Dharma, same color. They are different though. So if it's just a little bit left in the bottom of the jar, I will pour it in, but then I take a spoon or something and I mix it up really well. A lot of people would say, "Oh, don't do that," but I don't have enough space to have a whole bunch of jars, So, okay. So, I've already got the spoon in there. Oh boy, am I really making a mess here? Well, I've already got the spoon in there. So, okay. So, adding the dye in a diagonal. Gotta get it to where I can see it. Okay, where's my pleating tool? Okay, now with some of the dyes and with Jen's spoons, they're awesome, but some dyes are very sticky. So I like to use the back of my pleating tool or my finger, and I just do like a little tap, 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 tap. And it just really helps the dye come out, and I have really nice control. Okay. Let's see, are there any more questions while we're doing this? Yeah, Smurfy stuff. You're right. It looks like it's going to be a really pretty color, though.
Okay, I got my dye on.
Well, of course. Okay.
Oh, cool.
All right. Let me get all that out of there. Okay, and I hate wasting dye, so I like when I use my spoons from Jen, I really get to tap in afterwards. I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving any behind in the spoon. Okay, so since I'm going backwards, I'm going to now go into blue, and I'm choosing to use electric blue. And I'm pretty much empty, so here I'm going to have to use a spoon. I don't have enough in there to where I can dip my spoon in. So I'm just going to use my spoon and sprinkle it on. Ooh, that sun feels so nice, but it is hot.
Oh. It was nice here today. We were about 60, right around 65 degrees today.
Yeah, that's really nice for this
In all
time.
West Virginia, we haven't had winters, and we've had a dusting of snow this year. When I was a kid, we used to get so much snow, and now it seems like we hardly even get just little dustings.
I think it's called global warming.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, I because we used to rain here in Portland, Oregon, like from October until 4th of July, all day, every day, heavy rain, gray skies, mud puddles, floods. I mean, we don't have any of that anymore.
Wow.
Not like we used to.
Yeah.
So for this time of year being in the 60s, I think is pretty good. And I just dropped so much dye down at the bottom. I think I'm going to have to do a twofer on this one, you guys. I am obsessed with making twofers right now. Obsessed. Now I'm going to use the back of my spoon and I'm just going to tamp it down just to help put the dye where I want it to be. Okay. I'm coming up right behind you. Scott's already, I can hear him getting his eyes ready. Okay, so that was.
Steph, you're frozen up.
Oh, shoot.
I didn't even notice.
I forgot to plug it in. Hopefully it comes back on.
So they probably can't even hear me then, huh? She's froze
No,
up.
we can hear you.
So
you can listen to Scott make ice noise while Steph fixes her setup here.
Yeah.
All right. I plugged it back in. Can you guys hear me? Am I back?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You guys got to remind me. Plug in my phone. I did it again. I forgot to plug in.
You can fill it up because I'm not going to flip it. I feel pretty confident with that ice barrier there.
Okay, you guys are concentrating really hard.
No, okay, yeah. You're right.
So
okay.
I just want to give a shout out real quick.
Please do.
To Teresa and Jerry Red. They both hooked me up with some buffalo hoodies because I found a girl who wanted to order some. Of course, I couldn't get any. So thank you, ladies, for hooking me up. I appreciate it. I don't think Jerry's on here, but I know Teresa is.
No, that's awesome. And you know what? They probably aren't going to get any more buffalo hoodies in until winter comes back. You know, they're
right.
They're moving into the summer trends, which I wish they understood that should be like around the clock, stock.
Well, and me being new to tie-dye, I didn't know. We don't have a Costco. The closest one's 2 hours away. So, being a new tie-dyer, I didn't know that was not a year-round thing, or I would have ordered 3 times what I did.
Right.
So next year, if they have them, I know.
Definitely next year for sure. I mean, get as many as you can because, like I said, it's a seasonal.
Yeah, and it's not like they're going to go bad. So if I don't sell all of them, okay, I'll put them in a bin until the,
Yeah.
Now I know.
Yep, 100%. Absolutely. No, I mean it's an absolute bummer, but like it seems like the last couple years I've noticed the trend, when around Halloween, I've noticed the trend of the buffalo hoodies becoming really popular on posts again. And that's been the last 2 years. So hopefully it will be the same thing.
Sorry.
Hopefully it's not one of those things where they're like, well, that was nice. We're not doing that anymore. Like when you find your favorite lipstick shade and you wear it for 20 years, and then all of a sudden one day, whatever, cover girl decides they're not going to make it anymore. It's like, what? I've been wearing that my whole life.
Yeah, and I can't find anything. Like, I've ordered several different kind of hoodies just trying to find something similar, and I mean, I just can't.
Yeah, no, they really are good. I did my very first buffalo hoodie, and they're so incredibly soft and comfortable. I just did a complete epic fail on a Port and Company, and they're like $30. The thing is so ugly. I'm gonna see if I can strip it and start over. And if I can't, then I'm just gonna like give it a you pay for shipping and you can have it type of a thing. It's hideous. It doesn't dye the same way. Certain fabrics just don't take the dye the same.
Yeah. Yeah, really, like, because somebody else was saying this earlier. I think might have been Patricia Otten, that she had just dyed modal, and I love that too. And it's close to the viscous, like that's in the buffalo hoodies. So modal and viscous take dye about the same.
It's like rayon, isn't it?
It's ish, yeah. It's like a cheaper version.
Well, it's a man-made.
Yes.
It's man-made version of rayon versus natural. That's my understanding of it. And I love to dye it also. I love dyeing rayon. I love the way it takes the dye and which we're getting back into. I mean, I can't wait now that we're getting away from the winter months. I like to get back into making like the dresses and stuff, just like girly type stuff.
Yeah, I just put in a big dress order through Jiffy, so y'all are gonna Facebook's gonna be blasted with dresses here from right now.
Well, I'm all about it. I can't wait to see it. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little more purple.
And
I'm gonna widen up my line just a little bit, and then I'm gonna try to remind myself to take this cheap violet and put it into a bag. I mean, I have a little jar, like an old dye jar, and then that way I don't get it all over my hands again. Okay. All right. I feel pretty good about that. I went super heavy handed, and I'm just going to let it go. Like usually we do like the day after, like after the ice melts kind of a thing. I think I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to see what the heck happens. And
me too.
It's like a total learning experience to see what works and what didn't work. Okay, you guys, I've got to go get my ice. So I'm going to just take these dirty spoons with me and get my gloves off and get my ice. I'll be right back.
How do people know when things go on sale? Is there an app?
Okay, Leanne, to answer your question, I don't know if there is something that does that, but what I've noticed is people will typically post if you are in more than one tie-dye group. Like I've seen posts on Belladonna, I've seen posts on some of the other tie-dye groups where, like, hey, Buffalo hoodies are on sale for $12.99 this week, or if Old Navy's having a sale. So that's how I find out. I just kind of keep an eye on the sites, and people will typically share that information, which is super helpful. But no, I mean, if there is an app like that, somebody let us know, because that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And then what also asked about an alien eye.
And mandala and Ron Star. I've just started doing those. I'm actually starting to like the mandalas and Ron Star. I need to practice that, but I really like the mandalas, and I'd like to maybe do some, and I don't know, just try to do some different variations and see what happens, But it's something I'd like to do. Just something different for me too,
Well, Leanne, yeah, that's happened to me. I have missed out sales because I just didn't see the post until too late. Or you'll go to especially with Old Navy, like I would go to the site and then they're out, or all they have left is extra smalls, which I'm not bashing anybody that's an extra small, but I've never sold one, so I don't buy any. It's, I don't know. It's a problem I think we all have. Missing out. Sometimes you just miss out on them.
Yeah.
Well, and here I'm coming in late because I was in the other room, but here in America, and there are people that aren't in America, but all over. I mean, I'm talking about extra small. I don't sell a lot of those either. People are bigger now than they were back in 1975, and so usually the sales are always the smaller sizes. When I order things or when I go shopping, I just try to get one of each size to have variety. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but Old Navy, you guys, that's a great place to get dresses for tie dyeing, and they're cheap.
She was asking, like, how is there an app or some place where we find out things are on sale? And I was just explaining, no, it's usually just I'll see it posted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's how I learned about. I hadn't been to an Old Navy since I was in my 20s, and then on Facebook I was seeing like Old Navy, and I went in there. I'm like, everything is cotton. Like, I can't believe I didn't realize this. So yeah, no, you just want to watch Facebook. Go into all the groups. Okay. All right, I'm almost there. Now I'm getting my ice. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I'll read that one.
Okay. So what I've done is I wiped up my table before I put my tote down, because a lot of you already know, but I have to take my project into the house where it's warmer. And I never want to set my tote down on a bunch of dye, because then I'm going to take it and set it down, and then I'm going to make my inside of my home dirty. So I've placed my container down inside of a bin, because remember, these foil pans are going to leak. So now I'm just going to use my Frigidaire Nugget Ice Machine ice, and I'm going to just sprinkle it on here.
Don't forget your soda ash for good measure.
Oh my God, my soda ash for good measure. Thank you.
You can thank Amanda for that.
Amanda, thank you. Yes, my soda ash. And you guys, if you forget, you can always put it on top. It'll be okay. Ooh, and that green ice cube, I don't want it right there. I'm gonna get. It's a good idea to always wear gloves, you guys. I really don't want that green. Well, I don't want that green ice cube right there. I'm gonna flick it over. How about with a spoon? Yeah, so like if you forget to put your soda ash sprinkle on, it's okay if you remember later to put it on. And one of these days we're gonna have to do a side by side to see if that extra sprinkle is even really necessary, or if we're just all doing it out of habit. Okay. Now I was
My
trying.
guess is we're just doing it out of habit. That's my guess.
I think we do it out of habit. So I was helping somebody who had questions about my ice machines. I just want to remind you guys that I have several videos on the ice machines, and I recommend that you watch those. And then if you still have questions, I will try to help you understand the ice machines. But Amazon is all sold out of this nugget ice machine. So you guys are awesome. That means you guys are buying it up and enjoying it. I hope they make some more ice machines soon. I love my nugget ice.
I actually got like a Facebook advertisement of the nugget ice machine at Lowe's. Now I think it was more expensive through Lowe's.
Was it the same machine?
I think so.
Because I know Costco sells one, but it's not. It's Frigidaire, but it makes those bullet cubes. You want to make sure that you're not getting the bullet cubes, you guys. You want to get these little nuggets. Now, there's nothing wrong with the bullet ice. I've got that machine too, but it's very, very slow.
It is, and you have to babysit that thing every hour.
Yeah.
Every hour I had to go and dump that little tiny tray. I was like, man, this is for like drinks. This isn't for tie dye.
No, it's not. It's not
for ice water. I mean, man, iced tea and stuff,
No, definitely not for tie dyeing. It's a great machine, wonderful machine. I love my little machine, but
I do too. And you could pulverize it. It didn't take anything to actually like pulverize it a little
yeah,
bit. I really liked the ice itself. It was just really slow for me.
really slow.
It didn't produce enough for what I do. So,
And I do know that a lot of you have that machine. So I want you to really understand that neither of us are knocking it. That's what you have. That's what you have. That's what you have. And there's nothing wrong with it. But too slow. Now, I really, 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 really want to do a twofer. I mean, look at how much, there's so much dye down in there.
yeah.
But the pan
That's
is
true.
weird. The
That's
pan
true.
is all lumpy. Oh, what do I do? What do I do?
Just lift that.
Oh, what if I do this? Let's see. Can I set it on top of one of these dish pans? Oh no, because of the paper or the clothespins. That's not going to work. Huh. Okay, I have to do it. I need to do it.
You want to roll one up or?
Let's see.
I could probably
I have so many racks and things. I wonder if I can. Oh, no, that's not going to work. I was going to say if I can set it on one of my racks that has feet. Okay, well, you know what? No, because that's not going to work. Well, to heck with it. I'm just going to do it. So, I have this all tied up, and it was supposed to be a peony shirt. Hey, do you got 5 extra minutes so I can just go tie up a spiral real quick? Like, I'll do it right here, but if you let me do it, I'll do it.
Well, yeah.
Let me go grab a t-shirt. I'll be right back.
Okay. Wear what makes you happy. I want Scott to come to my house and polarize ice. All right, we'll get her done. So, let's see. You don't know. Oh, it's amazing way down.
Okay, you guys are talking about these dresses, and let me just tell you, Scott, how many times did you see me wear a dress before you started making these?
Never.
Okay, never. So, for y'all saying you can't wear them or shouldn't wear them, I'm telling you what, I'm obsessed with them, and you wouldn't have got me in a dress before that. And now I wear them all the time. It's ridiculous. So, that's my 2 cents on that one. And I even got like some little, I've got leggings that I wear under them in the winter with boots. And then I got like these little yoga shorts to wear under them in the summertime. So I don't have, they're, the small ones are kind of short a little bit, for my liking. So I wear the shorts just so I don't feel like self conscious. If I have to bend over, I'm not thinking, oh gosh, am I flashing everybody? So yeah, I just wear shorts underneath of them, and love these things. They're just like wearing a t-shirt.
Got a dress.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Oh, I just stepped on the plug. What are you guys talking about? You're wearing shorts?
Dresses, like people were talking about they shouldn't wear dresses or don't wear dresses, and so I asked Scott how many times he'd seen me in a dress prior to making these, and he replied with a 0 times.
Yes,
Ooh,
I'll
look at that
definitely
dress.
model one. I've already modeled one. I'm a 2X, 3X.
He has.
I'm not lying.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, you probably got killer legs.
I'm a 2X, 3X. That's what I
No,
am.
that dress is
6 foot.
gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
It's spicy plum and azure blue. Actually, I was talking to you on the phone when I was doing it, and I wanted to do spicy plum with another color, and I wanted to do a blue, and you suggested azure, and man, I love it. It looks so good together.
No, that turned out absolutely beautiful. Hey, you guys, I want to just tell you something. I think we could turn the word absolutely into a drinking game because I say absolutely so much. You know how people say the word literally? Like they say it all the time, like literally, literally. I say absolutely. I've been because when I'm editing the videos and then I'm like, you can't say absolutely 5 times in one sentence. So
Well, sure you can.
I'm trying to get better about it, but like that's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love it.
My words totally. I say that way too much.
Totally.
Totally.
I think
Very
we all
good.
probably have something that we say, but have you guys noticed it? Like, and I say like quite a bit too, but like
No, I didn't notice. I will now that you said something, but
I know. Well, and so, I not that we want to have a drinking game, but I think when I'm editing my videos, and now you guys will pay attention, like when I'm doing the description part at the end, I'll say like, I absolutely think this is beautiful, and I absolutely love the color, and absolutely the color splits, and I won't stop saying it, but it's because that's how I'm like excited, I guess. No, that shirt or that dress turned out really, really, really pretty. It turned out absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you.
I just ordered some too. They should be here at the end of the week. I ordered just one in each size to try them to see,
The
and
last
then
or the
I ordered one in hot pink, and I asked maybe would Kelly like to work with me on it. to see if we can get it to reverse dye, which I'm not real skilled at reverse dyeing. But I was thinking, like, if it does work, to have like hot pink reverse lines and then pretty colors. I've never tried it before. So, okay, I'm going to go grab my shirt, spiral it up real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. You want one real bad? I'm a curvy XL. How true to size are the large XL are your dresses? Do they lean more towards the large?
Joy, that's a good question. They're pretty true to size. So for scale, I am 5 foot tall and I weigh like 138 pounds. So I'm short and a little chunky. And I wear the small medium. It's a little small on me, but the large extra large is just a little too big. So I'd rather have it a little smaller than a little bigger. So in my opinion, I think they're true to size because I typically wear a medium if I'm wearing like a t-shirt. So
yeah, that is what I did notice about these dresses. It wasn't like small, medium, large. It was small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3, or something like that. Like
yes,
it was
yes.
Right.
2XL, 3XL.
Right, because they're just marketed as a cover up. So
yeah.
like cover up a bathing suit or whatever. But they're thick enough. I mean, they're thick enough and nice to wear just as a dress. And but the sizing is, like I said, I'm really in between sizes, but I go down a size because I'd rather it be a little smaller than me swimming in it. So
Well,
I think they're true to size, and I don't think we've had anybody
return one
or
or want to return one, or nobody's really had any complaints with them so far.
which is good because for me, when I get back to doing stuff, that I have a no return policy. It's just the nature of what we're doing, you guys. It's like people, for those of you that are trying to do this as a business, people will order things from you. They'll go to that raging fun concert and then the next day say like, oh, it doesn't fit. And, that happens. And so, you can't take something back that people have, worn out, partied in, drinking and smoking and, all that. I mean, because it's not fair. So, it's okay to have a no return policy. I mean, for me anyways. Okay, so I'm just going to spiral this up really quick. So if any of you are just brand new and aren't familiar with my YouTube channel, I like to use this microwave splatter guard, which unfortunately are no longer available to purchase. I mean, if you can find them somewhere, grab it because they've been discontinued. I've tried to reach out to the manufacturing company and they said I would have to buy tens of thousands of them in order for them to even consider putting them back into rotation. And I can't afford anything like that. So if you find this deluxe, and it's spelled with an E, like deluxe, DELUXE microwave splatter guard, get it. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. Buy it because they don't exist anymore. So all I did was I smoothed out all the wrinkles in my shirt. I gave it a little pinch where I wanted the center of the spiral to be. I clicked my hemostat down on the first click because it does not need to be overly tight. And you want to make sure that you don't press really hard into the table. You can poke a hole right through your shirt. I go as far as I can using the microwave splatter guard. Unclick the hemostat, and then I like to secure mine by using rubber bands. And I just want to show you guys these bands. I'm so lazy to put my rubber bands back. I just had to buy another bag. So I have my favorite rubber bands, these are my favorite rubber bands. Okay, and then these are my favorite rubber bands in the color purple. And these are in the color green, and they're perfect for spirals. And I do have a link down below in the description box for everything that I use for tie-dye. So it'll help you get what you want. They come in purple, pink, green, black. I don't know what other colors, but they're really good. So then I get a couple rubber bands on my spiral. And now I want to tighten it up because you see all these loose bits. I want to get them tucked in. So I just kind of pull, and as I'm pulling, I'm working on my pleats. Want to just make sure I'm still getting pleats in there. And I just kind of go around and around, making some pleats, tucking them into the nearest rubber band. And I find that if I pull the rubber band up over my thumb, it kind of helps me work a little bit. And I just go around. I can do these pretty quick. Sometimes it takes me a little while. Some shirts don't want to cooperate, but you know, they can go pretty quick. And just get it all tucked in. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's so much dye at the bottom of the drip pan. I want to take advantage of it. I want to make sure that I get every bit of dye and get more bang for my buck. So this is going to be a bonus shirt. And I'm obsessed with making the bonus shirts right now, you guys. Like, seriously. Every single one that I've made has turned out almost better looking than the shirt that I was making in the first place. They're awesome.
Okay, so we're taking measurements. Somebody was asking for measurements on these just out of curiosity.
Yeah, totally. I'm curious too.
So the small medium is what, 33 in length from the pit to the end of the dress.
No.
So it's from the armpit.
From the total.
Well, you're
So
not.
from the armpit down,
okay, no, 33 from the top to the bottom. Sorry.
33 so it's 33 inches. Okay.
Is that small?
Small, and then 17.5 inches wide at the chest. And then what's the 26.5 from the armpit to the bottom of the dress.
Yeah.
And so, now the large is also 33 in length, which
26 and a half. 21 inches wide.
But 21 inches wide.
So they're
same length, but just different width.
Kelly, you might have already said when I was away about where do you think it rests on your legs? Is it like right above your knee, like you know?
It's right above my knee, but I'm 5 foot tall.
Right. Okay. So it's a nice length on you. Like you don't feel like your booty's showing.
No, I do wear shorts underneath of them just because.
Okay.
Just so I don't have to worry about, I would wear them to work, and I'm not trying to bend over, not thinking, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I mean, I caught that part of the conversation, but I didn't know what why you were talking about wearing shorts. But yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, because that's the thing. Like everybody's.
That's just for me being self-conscious. That's just me being self-conscious. It's not like I'm actually flashing the world. I just feel like I am. This is the first I've ever worn dresses, so I'm still getting used to the feeling of it.
No, I totally get it. So I mean, they have a nice length to them. I think if you look at the picture on the model on the website, she was probably like 10 feet tall, right? And it looked like it was a nice. I mean, like Kelly and I are both like 5-footers, so like, tall, skinny model types, they're 5'7" or taller, and it looked like it fit her mid thigh, so, it's a t-shirt dress. I mean, it is exactly what it is. It's a t-shirt dress. And so,
But yeah, I got these. I know you can't see it yet, but I got these little yoga shorts to wear underneath of them. They're like buttery soft. I got them from Amazon. They came in like a 4-pack for $20. And so even in the summertime, like if you're wearing these underneath, that way I don't have that self-conscious feeling. But I'm, you know, it's still soft and cool.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're wearing a bunch of material underneath your dress and it's hot and comfortable, and you know, yeah.
And these were cheap. I think it's like I said, it was like $20 for a 4-pack of different colors, or you get the same color or whatever. And then, like I said, in the winter, I wear like thermal leggings underneath of them. And
well, yeah, you were telling me about, you know, your cute style where you wear like your boots, and you know, you can wear the dresses all year round. You just got to like make it look cute. You wear little boots, and I organize myself to where like I really don't know where anything is anymore. I'm looking, oh, there they are, right in front of my face. So what you guys see me doing for my twofer is I'm putting a ice barrier around it in case I want to manipulate my rainbow a little bit. So let me get the project back over here. So I just really in real time made my spiral, so you guys see that it wasn't, you know, didn't take me forever, but it's not as fast as you guys get to see in the videos because I speed everything up. Now I hate this pan. Let me see if I can. I really want to take advantage of that good dripping juice and all that dye. Let me see here.
Yeah.
okay, let me read some questions here. Parker, they're from Jiffy. There's other places that sell them too. That's just where I get them from. So if you just Google, it's LAT, lat. So just type that in.
Was it Live and Tell?
Live and Tell, yeah, is the full name at LAT. And they are 100% cotton. The white ones are. Now, some of the other colored ones are a blend, so be careful. Now, Steph, was your pink 100% cotton that you ordered?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I think the gray one is a blend and another color is but the white ones are 100% cotton.
Yeah, the white ones are 100% cotton, and then the heather gray are like a polyester blend. So definitely pay attention to those blends because they do vary from shirt to shirt. Okay, I'm almost there, you guys. I just want to. Good God.
Yeah, that'll work, Leanne. Just take a to-go container and a plastic container and drill a hole in the middle of it. You've got one. I know Marshall Prentice used. He was walking around Hobby Lobby and found some plexiglass and cut a hole in one to use. And so, you know, I mean, pretty much anything that's got a little bit of, you know, that you can put a bit of weight in and spin it up.
Yeah, no, Amanda, those little shorts I got are like 100%. I think polyester. I don't think there's any cotton in them at all, but that would be cute. Have the tie-dye shorts underneath. I've never done any kind of pants. Maybe that's something we should try sometime.
So I don't want to interrupt, but as I'm trying to MacGyver this, I really want to just take 1 second to say, Wanda and Crystal, thank you so very much for your super chat during this live video. I really, really do appreciate it because it supports the channel and it goes back into the channel. And I'm going to work it out, and I will share with Scott and Kelly. And you guys, thank you so very much.
Yeah, you've shared with me enough.
I know, but I'm just saying. I want people to understand that we're in this together, and that their donations are extremely helpful and generous and so much appreciated. Yeah, and
super kind, man.
I have to tell you, you guys, try not to be scatterbrained like I am, because I don't know how much you can see, but I'm just making a mess of this out of desperation to make a twofer. I'm totally shifting gears. And my clothespins are giving me heck. Come on, clothespins, please. So what I've tried, because the bottom, oh, see, here it goes. See? Oh,
careful, careful.
I know. And wear gloves, you guys. Wear gloves. Okay, I need this clothespin to please let go. I can't set it down on this rack because the clothespins. Okay. Christ. But I want to cry.
You're stressing me out.
Okay. There we go.
Out.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paper clip. I'm going to clip my foil. Okay, you guys, you see how paper clips go in my world? You want one and you have 3 that just won't let go of each other. And it's because I want it to work and it won't. Okay, so now I'm going to get my foil all good. All right, now here's my new rack system. Okay, and I've got all this goodness down here in here, which is what I wanted to use, but you guys see those bumps? This is not a good rack for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my lid. Oh. Okay. Because for those of you that want to get into making these, I want to show you how to do it. So now all of this rainbow colors is going to make black or dark brown. Okay. Why do I still have paper clips or clothespins? Yep, there it goes. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my you do this ahead of time. You plan out better. Okay. So I've got my spiral that I just did, and I have the silicone cake molds as the ice barrier. And there is the front side of the shirt that when you wear it, you're gonna see the front. Or I've got the back of the shirt that I just, put it flat. I want all of the dark to be on the front of the shirt. Okay. So what I'm going to do, anybody have a favorite color I should put down? Why don't we do like a dark purple? How about that? Let's do imperial purple. So I'm going to take imperial purple.
We gotta get that. Damn it, I'm writing it down right now.
That's the purple one I always
the imperial purple.
Scott's writing it on our wish board right now.
It's so pretty, and I'm just gonna sprinkle it because this is gonna create some nice black lines. And this was really impromptu. And when I do these normally, and I'm making videos about them, so it's not going to be so scatterbrained, but I'm shifting gears. And when you shift gears, this is what happens. Okay. All right. So I'm putting it down. And what this is going to do is going to create, hopefully, in theory, create some nice dark muck lines. Okay. Okay. All right. So now, like I said, this is the front of the shirt. So I want those dark lines to be on the front of this shirt. So I'm going to flip it over and press it down into that dark imperial purple. Okay. And then I'm going to put my ice barrier back around it because hopefully it's going to catch a lot of that melting, dripping goodness that's coming off our main project. Now, do I quickly sprinkle a little rainbow dye on there, or do I just leave it? part of me says, go ahead and just take my colors and let's just do some quick, like really quick, crazy fast. So I'm going to take my bright yellow because I'm curious. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. So let's do just some crazy quick sprinkle of the bright yellow. And now I'm going from light into my darker orange and red, make or yellow and orange. So I'm just going to take a quick little sprinkle. I'm going to come over here and I'm using the same spoon. Now I'm paying attention to what I'm doing, you guys, because I don't recommend this, but I'm in a hurry to just do something. And since yellow was my lightest color, I went into my orange. Now I'm going to go into my red. All component colors that are equal, right? So I'm just going to quickly. Now, for those of you that follow along, you know that I am far more meticulous than this when I'm actually doing my work. But we're making a twofer. It's a freebie. We're going for it. I'm going to get a new spoon. And we're going to go into the next color, which is my lightest, which is the green. You know, this may turn out to be the ugliest thing ever, but it might be super cool. And that's what I love about making these, because I have no idea what's going to happen. Okay, so I'm going into the green. Now I'm going to go into my blue. And I'm doing my pie pieces, taking them down to the center of the spiral. But since I'm not going, I'm not like doing it precise. I'm just kind of just getting them down in there. And then the last one we did was the cheap violet from Grateful Dyes that Teresa from way down yonder hobby. I'm actually going to get a new spoon for this one. Just because it's in a bag. I don't want to taint the bag. Which she donated to me to give it a try. So I'm going to do a single color ice dye on this soon. Wait a minute. Oh, I did it backwards. See? Well, we have a backward spiral. So I'm putting purple next to yellow. Shouldn't be like that. Doesn't matter. This might turn out to be the ugliest rainbow we've ever seen. But do you guys catch what I did wrong? I went backwards. The green should be here and so on and so forth. But whatever. Okay. Now I'm going to help it along just a little bit and put some ice on it. Okay. So I'm just going to sprinkle some ice on there to make this totally crazy, random, fun little shirt here we got going. And now I'm going to put my project over top. Wait, oh, there's my rack. And then we're just going to let it do its thing. Just going to get 2 shirts for the price of 1. So this is what I've been up to lately, you guys. Just making these crazy, wild, random twofers. Woo! Look at that fabric. That's beautiful.
These are the Turkish towels. Everybody knows Margot, that's in the group. Margot Farnsworth makes the most beautiful, like shibori style. So I've been playing. She told me where she got these, and it's like Turkish dowry on Etsy. And so I ordered some just to play with. These are just for personal, use around the house. They are so much fun to dye. So if you all are looking for something a little different to do, I've been having a lot of fun with these.
Could you wear them as a scarf? Like, what's the
I mean,
material feel like?
it feels like
A hand
a
towel.
hand towel. I mean,
Ah.
It's a Turkish
it's
towel.
a Turkish towel, so they're meant to be towels. It's not like a soft rayon. I mean, they're soft cotton, but
Yeah,
they're
it is not like women's
no.
because I see the tassels on them, which reminds me of like like a woman's soft scarf.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it looks like, but definitely not. I mean, it's not that you couldn't. It's just
Would it be more kind of like a table runner type material?
these are advertised as like hair towels or hand towels. Um, Let me see. I have this one hanging on my stove. The purple one's still wet. I just washed it out today. But I was just going to use them as kitchen towels. I mean, it looks kind of long on the table, but when you have it like hanging on your stove handle or something like that, it's about the right size for that. Or in your bathroom as a hand towel, or
And you don't have it folded over or anything like that. That's the width.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
width. Or
Yeah.
the give me the
No,
thing.
those are beautiful. I want Margot. I've asked her, and I don't think she's said no, but to come on and to show us, her style. Like I would like to hear it from her. Uh, I want her to teach us how to do it. I think it'd be so exciting to have Margot on here, just showing us what she does.
Yeah.
Because look at how beautiful. Like those are so incredibly gorgeous. Now,
They're 30. It's 38 by 16 and something.
16 and a quarter.
16. Yeah, so 38 by 16.
um can you say like what was did you muck dye them, dye over ice, dye under ice?
I just like triangle folded them and did dye under ice. I did not muck them. I racked them. Um, did a couple of rounds of ice because it's pretty thick when you're done folding it. And I actually stacked them. So I've got two of each. So I stacked them to get a matching set.
Right. So
So
I mean, like one on top of the other, like before
yes.
you folded them, or you folded them and then stacked them?
No, I stacked them and then folded them. So they have basically the exact same
Right.
pattern.
Okay, so a double layer before you fold it. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm obsessed with the way those look. Those are so beautiful. Like seriously, that shibori stuff is like awesome.
Now I just did a super basic fold because I know nothing about this. I was just kind of playing. And I think I'm more getting this look from the die placement more than the fold. So it's something I need to work on. But it's just something I've been wanting to play around with because I mean her stuff is just so amazing. And then I had it hanging in my house, and I'm like, I've got to try some of those.
Oh yeah, your curtains are so cool.
And they're fun. I ordered some of the bigger ones, but I don't want to play with them until I.
No, yeah, that you want to make sure you know what you're doing before you do it on like money.
Right.
I got these plexiglass shapes because I want to get into trying some of these shibori type folds on like on the women's clothing, like on the soft rayon because I have scarves and dresses and pants and all that. And so these are the resists. And so when I go to do them, I'll put a link down below for them. I don't have it. I don't know if they're going to work yet, but to help get the triangle shape as you're folding, and then put them on top and clamp them, and it gives that resist, so you get the white. And um so I'm prepared, and I want to get to trying. And like I said, Margot did not say no, but she might not be set up. I want to do it. So Kelly, I would love it if one of these times coming up soon, you could be the instructor on this and lead the way, because I haven't done. I did it on a t-shirt once, but not like that. So
Yeah, the fold I did was very simple. I mean, it was a very, very simple, basic fold. Because, like I said,
Was it like folding a
I'm
football? Or
brand new to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I just stacked them. One we're not going to show. We'll save it for a video or something.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. No, I mean, well, yes, that's what I'm asking. Like one of these times coming up soon, I would like to do that. If Margot isn't like I've said it, she's like sure, but I don't know. I think she feels like, remember how you were feeling really kind of uncomfortable at first about the whole idea of being on camera and the pressure, and that's kind of where she's at right now. But I think if you're friends with her, and if you can remind her, like, it's not that bad, she might.
Well,
She
and
might.
she's super open about her process. Now, I haven't really asked her because, like I said, I just wanted to play.
Yeah.
And but I mean, yeah, she's really open about her process. So even if you just follow her page, um, she shows her process a lot of the time.
Oh,
So
she does, and she also does have a YouTube channel, you guys. So Margot Farnsworth has shown on her YouTube channel how to do this. It definitely not a secret. She is a wonderful teacher, amazing, and makes amazing work, and pretty unique also has been doing a lot of these and sharing. And I mean, it's so beautiful. Like look you guys, like look at how pretty Kelly's work is. What they remind me of? They're like it looks like stained glass windows,
yeah.
kaleidoscopes. You know how much I love that type of pattern. So, no, absolutely beautiful, beautiful. So, okay. Well, I'm going to move this off the table and try to clean up my mess. So, okay. So, from here for our projects, for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it into the house where it's not out here on the sun porch, which is cold. It's 65. I'm going to take it in the house where it's 70 degrees around, or a little higher sometimes. And I'm going to set it off to batch, and I'm just going to leave it alone. For 48 hours. So what's today? Tuesday evening for me. It's 5 o'clock. So Wednesday, Thursday, because of the way my schedule falls, I won't get to rinsing this out until Friday morning, Friday afternoon. So that's for me. So you want to batch your projects for at least 24 hours at 70 degrees or higher. How about you, Scott? What's your plans for your batching on this project?
I'm gonna let my ice melt, and then what I've been doing is taking it upstairs in my attic because it's warmer up there. It's only like, I mean, it feels like it's 65 degrees down here in my basement. It's rather chilly. So here in the past couple of weeks, I've been taking my projects upstairs, and I put them in like a big long tote, like you would put shoes in to put under your bed or whatnot.
Yeah,
And I,
like this one. uh,
yeah,
The
yeah,
one that
exactly.
I have right now, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
under the bed totes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then I just sit it underneath one of my registers and let heat blow on it, from my heater, and I put it in a Walmart bag or something like that, carry out bag, and
Yeah.
that way it doesn't dry out. But there has been a couple that I haven't, and it hasn't dried out. And I've had no problem
Yeah.
with it drying out. I've heard people say, "Don't let your shirt dry out,"
Well,
and
you absolutely do not want to allow your project to dry out before the 24 hours, because the second it dries, the dye can no longer react and bond. So, if it's day 3 and the thing is bone dry, you're fine. But, you definitely don't want to be blowing hot, like dry air on your project right out of the gate, because
yeah,
if it dries out in 2 hours from the time, you do run the risk though of having um,
yeah,
like more pastel type colors. So,
sure,
what Scott just said, and I hope you guys heard and paid attention, he wraps it inside of plastic, like a grocery bag or something to protect it from the dry air drying it out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and my colors have been really a lot brighter.
Yeah, I mean, the hotter you can get it, the better. And for instance, if you can raise your temperature up, you don't have to go for the full 48 hours. You know, if you can elevate your temperature, you can batch a lot quicker. But I am not able to unless I wrap it in a electric blanket. I can batch it 24 hours if I wrap it up. But see, a project like this, which is taller than where I can put a lid on it, I can't cover it. So it has to stay open like this, and there's no way for me to apply heat. But if you're able to wrap it in plastic, like Scott said, if you can get your temperature up to 100 something degrees, sure, you can speed up the process. I don't get that serious about it. I set it, I forget it, I leave it alone.
The only reason I'm doing that is because it's only like 65 degrees down here.
Yeah.
So I'm not hitting my 70-degree mark. Even though I let it go 48 hours, sometimes longer, I still feel like my colors, I'm losing some of my colors this winter.
Yeah, at 65 degrees, you certainly could. So elevating that temperature to 70 is good. So I mean,
my turquoise. I'm losing my turquoise.
Yep, turquoise needs the full temperature and the full amount of batch time. It's the very last to bond, and it really shows. If your temperature isn't right or you pull it too quick, you're going to have pastel colors for sure. And if you're using the type of heater that Scott's using, I mean, Scott, can you maybe have it in the room but face it away from the project so you have the heat but it's not blowing the air on the project,
yes, I absolutely could.
Yeah. The type of space heater I heat is like a radiator type heater. It doesn't blow out any air or anything like that, and so it just radiates heat. So I've been pretty lucky, but still, like, I'm gonna take this right now. I'm gonna go set it down on the table, and then I got one thing I just want to show you, and then we'll get going.
Good night, Amanda. Amanda, it's late for Amanda. Amanda, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 in the morning. 10 after 1 for her.
I'll have to ask Bo where he got this. It says AccuRite. I'm sure it came from Amazon, but it's this little tiny little digital temperature thingy. But I love it because it'll tell me what it dropped down to at its coldest, and then what it was at the max, and it was super duper cheap. But if I wrap my project inside of electric blanket, I can set it down in the electric blanket and see like how high of a temperature am I getting to? Because you also can overdo it and like kill your dye. You don't need to have 1,000 degrees. You just it needs to be 70 degrees or around there, and then if you get up to 100, maybe you can cut a couple hours off your batch time. Stuff like that. As ice dyers, the liquid dyers have it down to a science because the stuff that they're doing is completely different. I mean, we're chilling our stuff with ice cubes, so it's we're in a whole different ball of wax. But I think ice dyeing is a lot easier, just personally.
Sure.
Okay, but I just wanted to show you this really quick. So, all right. So, back to where we started from. So our last dye tutorial, not the wrapping one that we did, but the one where we made our hearts. So when you hear me talk about a twofer, if you're new to the channel and you're not real sure what I'm talking about, this is my twofer from that project. This was down underneath collecting all that beautiful muck water. And I was able to get 2 shirts for the price of 1. So you can see why I'm so excited about making these, because this is a gorgeous shirt.
Wow.
It's nice, it's vibrant, and I didn't have to do anything. All I did was just stick it underneath that heart, let it do its thing, and so I got 2 shirts. So
I don't
you
even
guys,
remember you putting that in there.
well, I did it after the camera.
Oh, okay.
We shut the cameras off and I did it. And I'm gonna have an upcoming video just like talking about it. But for those of you that haven't seen a lot of my twofers, I'm starting to do them now all the time. And I just want to show you that you can still get such great vibrancy and beauty coming off of that. So this made that. So that's that's why I was shifting gears. I just saw all that beautiful dye and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta take advantage. So all right.
Well,
Okay.
I love colors in that heart. That just came out so cool.
Oh, it's so much fun. It reminds me of the Grinch that stole Christmas. Let's see. Try a pull shibori on a color shirt without white bright, makes cool drips. Yeah, I have a PVC pipe around here somewhere. Some off to somewhere. It's about, I think it's a 2-inch diameter where you roll it and then scrunch it and wrap it. And I've always wanted to do it, but then I get so sidetracked. So
Those were one of my first tie dyes was shibori with on a pole, and like how you scrunch it together and tie it up, and man, they turned out great.
yeah, they're
So then,
super
so
duper
then I
cool.
did yellow, and then orange, and then red, and it looked like fire. It looked really cool. It was like probably my third or fourth tie dye, probably.
Yeah, they just make really neat, and they're relatively easy to do.
Yeah,
And we'll have to do it. But yeah,
yeah,
you roll a piece of fabric around. So yeah, I mean, Steve, that's definitely a good idea. We're just getting started on these
that'd
live
be a good
videos.
2 for 2, really. I mean, it could be.
Yeah, no,
Just to stick it underneath, just see what it would do.
yeah, stick it down in there
I
and
mean,
just
it could be really abstract looking.
let it absorb and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Teresa says she did it with a cow bone. I remember seeing that post way down yonder hobby farm. Yeah, like a big, like a cow leg. Yeah, I remember that. All right, you guys. Well, I think that we've had a very successful time today. Thank you, Scott and Kelly, for tuning in.
Thanks for
Um,
inviting us.
I don't think we're going to be doing an after the ice melts because I've never done it before. I'm going to just leave it alone.
Me too.
Set it, forget it, wash it
Yep.
out, and then next time we can analyze like what went wrong, what went well, what should we do, from here type of a thing. If I
Yeah.
start manipulating it and adding dye and messing with it, then I won't know. It won't be quite the learning
Yeah. It's going to
experience.
mess with your experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was an experiment. So, well, I appreciate you guys so much that tuned in tonight. We always have a lot of fun doing these. I've said it before. If you would like to be a guest host and join me and share with me something special that you know how to do that I don't know how to do, I'd love to have you. Um, Scott would take a break one week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
as much as I love having Scott and Kelly here, he wants to learn too. So,
Yep.
Please reach out to me. I'd love to have you. But in the meantime, Scott and Kelly and I are just gonna keep on doing fun stuff, and we really appreciate you tuning in. So. All right, guys.
All right,
Oh,
bye,
yeah,
everybody.
Teresa, yes. And don't forget, please, please, please just hit that thumbs up button Takes 2 seconds. I appreciate it so much. It'll help get the content out there to other people. And so, okay, guys, we'll have a good night. Everybody,
Thank
take
you.
good care. Bye.
Bye.
Let's see. It's always like, how do I hang up? Let's see. There we go.